Hi, Sarah here with part 2 of my canvas video. If you've not seen part 1, then head over to my channel, it will be on there. And I am carrying on where I left off. So I am trying to get a patina effect onto this frame, which already has brown paint and a paler greeny blue. And now I'm just adding layers and layers of the blue and the green. I'm trying to do quite a dappledy effect, if that's the word, dappledy, I'm not sure. And onto this so that I get a little bit, try and get a bit of texture going with it there. As mentioned in the first video, the supplies are pretty much exclusively from Thompson's Crafts, except for 1 or 2 bits, but they will be linked in the description below. I'm not going to go back through where all things were from. That was all in the first part so far. So here I'm just adding some more of my gel medium so that I can add some gauze or cheesecloth, depending where you come from, called different things, just to add a little more interest. And this is going to sit behind my frame, which I keep bringing in just to see if I like the positioning of it, and then I'm leaving that to one side to dry, going back onto my frame again now that the paint is dry on the layers below, and I'm adding in just a few gold touches here and there just to add a bit more shimmer to the frame. And I'm just trying to add it mostly around the edges, around the detail parts to the frame. But even once I've finished doing this, I decide that I need to add a little more. So I do end up adding some more details to it to make it a little more 3D. But for now, I'm just adding these layers of gold paint. And as you can see, I've got some wooden keys and a little metal embellishment there as well, which I will also be adding this patinary effect to. There are lots and lots of videos on YouTube on how to do a patina effect, including one by Louise from Thompson Craft Supplies as well. Here I'm coming back in, this time with my distress crayon, which was also an add-on for the kit, and I'm just toning down the gold a little bit really, and just adding it just for more interest, I guess, around my frame, which is, it's the main feature of the canvas, so I do want it to pop nicely off the canvas. I was going to say page then, not on a page at the moment, usually on page. So now I'm pretty much happy with this. I'm just adding a little more of the pale greeny coloured paint to tone it all down a little bit. I just feel like it's gone a little bit too bright and blue coloured, and I want it to be a little more muted. So I'm just adding a little bit of paint here and there. I just keep going backwards and forwards, just keep adding and then toning down, adding until I'm happy with the way it looks. I do find that leaving it and coming back to it does help as well, which I have to do anyway because I have to go and do other things. But leaving things to dry and coming back to them is definitely a good way of going. If you don't want to, you could always use a heat tool though, if you like to do all your crafting in one go, in 1 hour or 2. So I think I'm happy with that now. No, it's still going. Come on, Sarah. Yep, done there. A little bit of a close-up, so that's looking nice. And now I'm just doing the same. I don't end up using this piece, but I've put it with my kit. It's from one of the other Thompson's kits, not the steampunk kit. But I do add the patina effect to this as well as the cute keys, which I think I only used one of these. These are originally wooden. They've got a brown layer on them off the paint that came in the kit, and now I'm adding the 2 blue colours to them. And then I think I'll let them dry. And now the same pencil I used to add the shadow and the surface, I guess, the book is on. Whoops. The surface that the book is on, I'm just adding some of that just to dull down the frame a bit as well. I felt like it was just still looking too bright, so I just add a little bit of that pencil to that as well. And now, like I say, I felt like it needed more detail to make it more 3D. So I'm just getting a rhythm going with my dots across my scrap paper there. And now I'm going around adding random dots on all the scrolly pieces. And then now that I've done a few, I'm braving going all the way around the edge. And I think I only smudge about 1 or 2, which is really good for me because I'm quite clumsy. But yeah, these are so easy to use. They come out beautifully. I'm really happy with the effect I get on here. And then once I've finished adding them, I put it way, way, way out of my way. Otherwise I just smudge the whole thing. So yep, there. I just use tweezers just to fix where it's smudged a little bit there. And so yeah, putting that up there out of my way. And now I'm going to add the gold onto the other little embellishments. Now that the blue and green paint is dry, I'm just using my finger just to rub on a little bit here and there. I vary using my finger or a brush depending on what I'm trying to add paint to. So no rhyme or reason really, just what seems like the best best option at the time. And so I'm just finishing adding some gold and a little bit of a show there of how they're looking. Now these are also not in the kit, but they are going to be in the March kit, I believe. There will be a selection of those flowers which are by Rainbow Resins. I'll also link them below. They do some beautiful, beautiful resin embellishments from there. So I've just added them to the side there that I'm going to pick and choose from later on. And now I've used that watercolour pencil by Prima again and brought my Mermaid marker back in because I want a dark background behind my frame. So I'm just adding some water and just spreading it through the gauze so that it's just blending down the side. I'm also, as I go along, I'm just trimming my gauze down, and eventually it won't be so much everywhere. I'm just seeing how it behaves as I'm working on it, because I will be adding glue on top of it, so I don't want to cut too much too soon in case it moves or anything. So at the moment I'm leaving it all over the place until I'm done with working on top of it. So this is one of the add-ons you can get. There's a Inca Gold and there's also Inca Rose Quartz, which is this beautiful iridescent pink colour, and it just worked so beautifully with the colour in the teacup illustration. I just really liked how well they went together. So as well as adding it onto where the frame's going to be, I also edge all around the edge of it as well, just to give that nice shimmer. So I've got many layers of paint around the edge of this now. And that Vellum Alice is also from that ephemera pack, and I have literally just poured glossy accents all over and glued my frame down. Now I should have glued her down first and let it dry, but I didn't. I just stuck the frame in and just put the glue on top, so she does try to float to the surface, so I have to poke her back down with my tweezers, but in the end it's a bit of a warpy, weird kind of mirror effect. I do like how it turned out, but at the time I was like, oh no, I've ruined the whole thing. But I just kept going, just keep swimming. So I just poke that down, as you can see, and then I just let that dry. And I'm just adding some of the Prima Glass Glitter in Gold here. It's so beautiful, I love it. I just overkill on everything with it now. It's my favourite thing at the moment. And this is also one of the add-ons from the kit. And I'm just adding it on top of the glossy accents with a paintbrush just to make it easier, because otherwise it just sticks to my fingers. So I'm just showing you how weird and wonderful and strange the mirror looks now. And now everything's dry, I'm again just trimming down that gauze. And as you can see down the side, I've selected some bits that I want to add, some 3D embellishments. I've stuck the key on top of the butterfly with glossy accents, and then just added a little bit of the glitter, glass glitter, to that as well to blend it in. And now it's sticking down all the pretty things, and that's pretty much all I have to do now. So I'm just choosing where I want to put them all and just using my glue to stick everything down. And I am trying to follow a line from the top corner down towards the book with my embellishments here. And then I do, once I've stuck them down, I do add glue around the edges of the embellishments as well, because as you'll see in a minute when you see me do it, I do end up just dunking a load of glitter all on top of the whole thing, because I just wanted more of it. I thought it looked really pretty and I just love it. So I'm now just dunking a load of glitter, but I'm not done yet. Once this is dried, I do tip it back off, but I do leave it quite a while before I tip it all off, and then I just pour that all back into the pot. As you can see, there's just loads of it. It looks so pretty. And for some reason I've left this bit in. All I'm doing is pouring it back in the pot. So I'm almost done now, but I do grab from the kit, we got some cute little cogs, metal cogs, and also little keys, and I really wanted to add a couple of them in there, just to add a bit more of that steampunky vibe, even though it's not quite steampunk, it's kind of somewhere in between. And I also add one of those Prima gems in the centre of one of them cogs, and that cute little key at the top there, just to add a little more to that cluster at the top. And now to blend the frame more into the background, I just add a few of those crystal drops, and that's me done. So thanks for joining me today. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and check out all the links below of where you can get the products. Here's some close-ups. Bye.